Welcome to Thursday Aspirations, a time, space and place for teachers who are seeking a brighter future.
Good evening, and thank you very much for joining us on the eve of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. 70 years of service, unbelievable. Mary, I believe that actually you saw her coronation when you were a little boy. What was it like?
Well, you're quite right. It slightly ages me, doesn't it? But I was thinking in preparing for this that there can't be hardly anybody watching who hasn't had the Queen around for their whole life. It's a quite remarkable thing, really. And yes, you're right. My grandparents bought a television back in the day when most people didn't have televisions, and we all trooped up to Sutton, my family and others of my mother's sisters and so on. And we were sitting in front of the television for however long it was, watching rather grainy pictures of strange people in open carriages move up Pall Mall or whatever street it was they rode up, and those memories have stuck with me. And I was mentioning to you earlier that something that I don't think was true even from the time that you first came to Great Britain, which was if you went to the cinema and you stayed until sort of 10 o'clock at night when the main feature finished, they then played the national anthem and everybody stood up. Some people sang and so on. And it was a different time. Gradually that has changed. But somehow she's remained in everybody's hearts, generally, I think, over that period, although the degree to which we put up bunting these days perhaps is slightly less. But what was it like from your point of view?
Well, when I came to England over 40 years ago, I very much treated the Queen as a tourist attraction. And I think a lot of foreigners look at her in that way. I realize now that she's got a much fuller role to play, and she's not just for the tourists. But in a way, I feel that she's got no choice. She has to be Queen till the end. Whereas us teachers, we do have a choice. We don't have to stay in service forever. We can choose, if we want to, a totally different life. What do you think?
Well, I think that's exactly right, and she has had this concept of duty, and I think it was a very powerful influence on her that her uncle had abdicated, and the pressure that put on her father and everything, and I think she has felt very strongly that she must keep on keeping on, and it's the reason that she's not handed the throne on to Charles, which she might have done at some point had she not had that in her history. But as you say, that isn't the situation for most of us. We do actually have freedom of choice, and although we may be a little bit jealous of the big country houses and the money that the royal family have, the fact is their life is very constrained. And as a teacher, that you have constraints as well, but you can actually choose to do it differently. And that really is what the purpose of Thursday Aspirations is, to explore how you might use your skills in innovative and different ways. Anyway, back to you, Dorothy, to sign off.
Well, if our listeners are very interested in how you got out of teaching and what career you chose, please join us next Thursday, because it will be Mary's turn to tell you all about his career as a management consultant, why he chose consultancy as his post-teaching career. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. Enjoy the celebrations, enjoy the half term, enjoy the freedom that you've got now away from the classroom, and we'll see you next week. 7 o'clock. Good night.
You certainly will, and enjoy the Jubilee. Thank you for joining us.